JH6, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to talk about training because I love training. I mean, training is one of those things that I love to talk about. And I did a lot of training, you know, over 11 years of training in, you name it, I've done training on. Again, training is critical, but a lot of people cannot afford training, and it's understandable. I mean, it's really expensive. Some classes cost about $500, then you got to bring 1,000 rounds, then you got to stay in a hotel. So it costs a lot of money, and some guys just have to make a lot of sacrifices to be able to do that. And I definitely would recommend you to take formal training. If you got to save money for an entire year and then take one class, that's what you got to do, guys. Formal training is critical. But with that being said, a lot of guys come here to the internet and try to get information. And like I always say, guys, be careful who you listen to, because there are so many ninja / operators here in the YouTube community that you have to be very, very careful who you listen to and who's actually advertising a business. Some people out there have companies and they're making money out of you. So you need to be able to identify that. You need to be able to listen and identify if that guy is actually a good instructor or not. So with that said, guys, I gotta tell you, a lot of guys are getting attracted to the cool things. You know, oh, I want to go and train with this guy because I could take my AR-15 and put 1,000 rounds downrange and you know, just pretty much kill the burn. And a lot of guys are getting attached to that. A lot of guys think that that is really cool, and I'm gonna go there and put rounds downrange. And I gotta tell you guys, that is definitely cool. It's always good when you can put 1,000 rounds downrange, but you need to truly get everything out of that training event. If you're gonna pay money, you need to get everything out of that training event. And a lot of those training classes may be too advanced for you to take. A lot of you guys may need to start from zero, from, you know, level 0 before you get to those classes. So make sure you identify that. And a system that we typically use was the crawl, walk, and run. And here's, I'm going to give you a scenario, guys. I'm going to give you pretty much an example. You could use this system for everything. You could use it for driving a car. You could use it for medical training, survival training, you name it. You could use this system for it. But we're going to talk about firearms. We're going to talk about concealed carry, because that's primarily what we talk about. Again, walk. This is a place where we're actually going to identify and we're going to learn. We're going to identify what gun do we want to carry. We're going to learn everything about it. And I'm not talking about actually using the gun. I'm talking about reading manuals, reading instructions. How did that gun actually operate? Not only put a magazine, racket, and I'm ready to engage. I'm talking about the cycle. How does it work? What kind of rounds? What type of rounds should I carry? You know, all that information regarding to that gun, you should learn that. Now, again, we are the crawl, you know, the beginning of the crawl. So again, if we're going to carry a gun, we need to identify all the laws and regulations that we need to learn. Again, concealed carry. So you should be aware of what deadly force is. You should be aware of any laws. You know, where can you bring your firearm? What is, you know, where can you not go? Can you go inside the post office? You know, gun-free zones. Information like that, guys, you should be able to identify that, and you should be able to know all that information. Again, guys, you're going to sit down and learn. A lot of guys are missing this part. A lot of guys want to go straight to the shooting section and just put down, you know, rounds down range. But the reality is that at one point you need to sit down and actually listen and learn, you know, details of your guns. Again, how does it work? How does it operate? What is deadly force? When can I use my firearm? Things like that is things that you need to sit down and learn. Okay, guys, so from there we're going to go into a walk. Again, we're talking about concealed carry. This is a situation, or this is a place where you can learn the basic things. How to shoot. Like, go to the range and put rounds down range. Concentrate on the fundamentals. You know, trigger control, how to aim, how to replace the magazine, how to do a reload. Again, guys, we are going not as slow, but we're not going at full potential yet. We are learning the basic stuff. This is the moment where it's always okay to make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes. I get guys that come here into the channel and always criticizing. Listen, don't worry about who criticizes you. and don't worry about making mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. That's why there is training. Training is done for you to learn and to identify mistakes that you could fix so you don't make them anymore. So don't be scared of making mistakes. Learn how to shoot, how to apply the fundamentals, like I said, how to reload, how to do all that stuff. Maybe you know how to take your gun out of the holster, how to aim, nice and easy, nice and slow. Learn all those details, and again, from there we're going to go into the run. And this is when you could take all those tactical classes. If you want to take like combat rifle, combat pistol, go for it, because now you could apply everything that you learned in the crawl, everything that you learned in the walk. You could apply that into your new training. Again, if you would have gone to that combat class without crawling and without walking, you're not going to get the full potential because you truly don't understand what you're doing. So again, guys, don't skip the crawl and walking. Make sure you do those things. Again, in the running section, now you could do all that crazy stuff. Now you could put 1,000 rounds down range. Now you could do those combat reload very fast. Now you could run. Now you could do everything that you learned nice and easy in the crawling and walking. Now you could apply that into the running. So I wanted to put that information out there because, like I said, there's a lot of companies selling classes, you know, and they come out with this cool names like combat blah, 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 and people get all motivated about it. You want to take the class, you spend $500, and then that class may be too much for you. If you could have just easily take a few days to crawl and walk, you could have probably got the full potential of the class. So don't go straight to those classes, guys. Don't miss the beginning. The beginning is extremely important for you to understand. That's how you're going to get the best out of training. That's how you're going to train very safe. And that's pretty much the most effective training way that I have experienced in, like I said, over 10 years of training in my career. I appreciate you guys watching as always. If you like this type of videos, click like, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and God is in control.